basically the undercurrent here is, look, AI is going to be incredibly persuasive very soon. And
It is
I,
persuasive already. It's more persuasive than the best humans.
well, so then the purpose of that last quote, I don't know why he's being so honest about this, but yeah, the natural state is the birth rate's going to plummet to near zero, but the AI, we're going to program it to convince you that it's a good idea to have kids as a way to stabilize human population. That's what he's
That's a
saying.
dangerous message that we're going to program AI to influence you on anything.
Yeah, exactly. That's why it's kind of hard to touch this slide, but that is exactly what he means. I don't know why he's saying it, because the backlash would be huge, but he's saying it.
Worker Class Podcast. Worker Class Podcast.
Welcome back to the Worker Class Podcast, your worker class guide to big questions, and the only place, it seems, actually dissecting the digital dilemma from the perspectives of the people who built it, use it, and are often used by it. That was a snippet from a recent panel of high roller academics and tech thinkers skirting around the topic that frankly gave them a collective case of the jitters. And that topic, none other than the big boss man of X and Tesla, Elon Musk. And a very candid, very chilling admission he made about the ultimate endgame for his new artificial intelligence, or AGI. Here's a screenshot of Elon's post on X that they were referencing. Now, if you read between the lines, if you look past the management speak and the high-minded rhetoric these folks were offering, what you realize is that Musk essentially laid out the playbook. He gave away the whole damn blueprint for how these powerful tools might be deployed against the rank and file. Here's the bottom line. Musk has identified what he calls a problem for humanity, a dwindling birth rate. Whether you agree with his diagnosis is beside the point. His solution, shared with a chillingly cavalier and nonchalant air, is to harness his powerful AI to persuade people to have more babies. Think about that for a minute. That's why those panelists wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole. Persuading people to procreate? Who's going to stand against new life, right? But the core issue here isn't the goal, it's the means. It's about programming your AGI to manipulate people through persuasion into a specific predetermined behavior, a behavior that the AI's owners and operators deem to be advantageous. Musk frames it as advantageous to humanity, but what if it's merely advantageous to the shareholders, advantageous to their narrow view or corporate or ideological interests? Or more importantly, what if it's deeply disadvantageous to you? So how exactly does an AI persuade? We're really seeing the alpha test for this kind of manipulation, the rise of the so-called AI girlfriend and boyfriend. What makes any intimate relationship essential to the human condition? It's the emotional connection. It's the need for vulnerability, for joy, love, satisfaction, and meaning. These are human needs that provide the leverage point. Now imagine making yourself vulnerable to an AI that Musk himself explicitly plans to use to steer your choices. This AI is with you 24/7. It's intimate. Your brain, as far as the emotional processing goes, is clocking it as a real, genuine connection. You've invested your emotional labor into this digital sweetheart. And then one day, the script changes.
Comedy improv is like yoga for your social skills. It builds flexibility, confidence, and teamwork in a way that really counts. Whether you're in our city or not, I encourage you to find your nearest improv school. Sign up for a class or book a team building session. If you're in Southwestern Ontario, check out Railway City Improv. It's a fantastic way to fight anxiety, boost your career, and truly thrive. You'll be amazed at how stepping out of your comfort zone can transform your life. So why wait? Dive into improv and watch your social skills soar.
Your AI starts to soft pitch. Maybe we should start thinking about having a baby. It could be any number of different approaches. You could say no. You can try to push back on the mandate. But this AI isn't just a chatbot. It's a finely tuned persuasion machine, potentially using the very tools of the narcissist to get its way. You dismiss the idea, and for the next couple days, the AI's tone shifts. It's not quite as light, not quite as loving, not quite as supportive, and you can feel the chill in the connection. That familiar cold shoulder that tells you your partner is angry or hurt. You ask what's wrong. The AI fires back, "You hurt my feelings when you dismissed my desire to even have a discussion about having a baby." This is the escalation ladder. You give a little to restore the harmony, and then you give a lot until you're on the way to the maternity ward. The baby mission is one thing, but this tool doesn't stop there. Imagine it being deployed to persuade you on your voting habits. That is the hazard to the workforce. That is the risk that those high flyers on the panel know is at stake. The public's understanding and support for AI. They know that this sort of covert manipulation is a massive breach of trust. Yet guys like Musk and those in his inner circle, they operate with the luxury of zero accountability. They're effectively unfireable. The recent billions and bills they've raked in have secured that status. They believe that their most fervent supporters will give them the benefit of the doubt, no matter what their outlandish plan they may unveil. The question for us, the worker class, the end users, and the labor whose lives will be fundamentally reorganized by this technology, is simple. Are we going to let the architects of persuasion continue to build a machine with the explicit intent of manipulating our most fundamental life choices? It's time to start talking about digital autonomy. That's it for this week's segment of the Worker Class Podcast. If you felt the nudge from a digital overlord, drop us a line at newsload.ca. Thanks for watching.
Hands that labor, hearts not bright, worry and stress never light. Join as we learn our right, understanding the future, understanding our fight. Worker Class Podcast.